And good morning, everybody. Ken Gonzalez and Matt DePalma here. We're at the Far West Regionals in Boise, Idaho.
Glad to be here.
Have you watched the fire burning in the background there?
The Prescribed Fire Center, as it might be called, formerly known as a control burn center, where they practice putting out fires.
Well, we have a boys under 16 quarterfinal match right now. 10 o'clock a.m. start. We've got the Mount Hamilton Lobitos going up against the Kailua Football Club. Mount Hamilton from Northern California.
My neck of the woods.
Your neck of the woods, but no bias here today.
No.
Very professional of you, I must say. And right now we're looking at the Kailua squad in white and the Mount Hamilton Lobitos in the green jerseys right there. We've got two 40-minute halves here. And since this is a quarterfinal, we'll have overtime and penalty kicks because we need a winner.
That's right.
Those are always fun and exciting.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's tough that that's what it has to come down to sometimes after you play, in this case, what would be 100 minutes of soccer to, you know, see who can just convert on penalty kicks, but can't waste too much time. Got to get a winner and move on.
That's right, and obviously with this being June 22nd here, the World Cup coming in, who knows how those matches are going to wind up. You might have penalty kicks there as well.
Yeah, you know, I mean, once they get out of bracket play, you need a winner. So 2 overtime periods, and then penalty kicks will decide it.
Well, I'll give everybody the rosters for these squads right now. For Kailua, all the way from Hawaii. They're in the white. The goalkeeper is Shannon Abele. Number 2 is Kirby Kojima. Number 3 is John Cowan. Number 4 is Ruben Cavazos. Number 5, Cameron Lee. Number 6 is Stephen Namicki. Number 7, Colin Shepard. Number 8 is Jay Taylor. Number 9, Nicholas Love. Number 10, Nathan Johnson. Number 11 is Katon Smith. Number 13, Dylan Eichelberger. And the action just underway right now. Number 14, James Conley. Number 15, Raphael Shore. Number 17, Sida Peterson. Number 18, Christopher Chang. Number 21 is Ian Watson. The head coach is Rich Johnson with the assistants Eric Smith and Tom Watson. So we'll see how the pace of this game starts off here. They'll probably get a little feel for each other first off right now before they start running their respective offenses. And right now it's looking like the Lobitos like to get out and run.
Yeah, they started off kind of slow, playing the initial kickoff back to their defense. And there's a foul there by Kailua. Free kick for the Lobitos.
That was number 11 guilty, Katon Smith.
And number 2 is down, Jorge Hernandez.
Pretty good call by the ref there.
Yeah, solid call. You know, that's a hard tackle that, you know, outside the box is a free kick from, at this point, looks, you know, 20-some yards away. 1 more yard inside the box, and it's a penalty kick.
You see the wall right there, the 4 players. Is that ever effective?
Yes, it is. And what they're doing here is the second man in the wall from the left is lined up between the ball and the goal.
And there's a shot towards the net, and the keeper making a nice diving stop right there for Kailua. That's Shannon Abele.
Yeah,
Goes to his right.
At this level, when the players are somewhat smaller in stature, with a good kick, you can play it over that wall and back down, as we saw right there, going right over the wall.
And so quickly, Kailua gets the ball into the backfield of the Lobitos. And their defense does a pretty good job of clearing it away.
Yep. And an offsides call on Mount Hamilton. And it looks like Shannon Abele, the goalkeeper for Kailua, is a little slow after making that first save. It's a great save. Got up a little bit slow, kind of looked like he held his side, might have just got the wind knocked out of him, but we'll see how he fares in the continuing parts of this game.
And right now it's Kailua trying to bring it away from their backfield, and Abele has to come out and make a nice save right there. He was in trouble.
Yeah, his defense kind of left him out to dry right there. A poor pass back to the keeper, and it was basically a 50-50 ball that Abele won right there and was able to clear it.
So the pass back just not fast enough, basically. And the grass looks a little slow today, actually. It looks a little long.
Yeah, well, they've been playing all week. I don't know if the crew's gotten out there to cut it recently, but yeah, it's not rolling as fast as some would like. But you know, the keepers enjoy those low shots that don't come as fast as
right
when it's either short grass or wet even.
A little collision there from behind by the Lobitos' Jose Garcia, but no whistle. I guess not tough enough right there. So the action panning out right now towards the middle of the field, and it looks like the Lobitos want to spread the field. And I guess with the slow surface, that might be something they want to do rather than get out and run down the sidelines.
Yeah, it looks like they want to play a controlled passing game. Cross right there sent in. Number 2 there working on the outside is Jorge Hernandez.
Long pass. The header's going to be wide, and there was a collision right there. And did we get a whistle, or was it just a goal kick?
Yep.
Just a goal kick. We still need to get the rosters for the Mount Hamilton Lobitos. As we had mentioned, Jose Garcia, number 5. Number 2, Jorge Hernandez. Number 6, Freddy Gonzalez. Number 7, Herman Gonzalez. Twins?
Yes, his brother is number 14, Juan Gonzalez.
Steven Sanchez, number 8. Number 9 is Daniel Ayala. Number 10, Oscar Jove Cruz. Number 11, Rene Velasquez Jr. Number 12, Mauricio Murillo. Number 14, Juan Gonzalez. Number 15, Jesse Cisneros. Number 16, Brian Guidicelli. You're the De Palma. Is that how you pronounce that last name?
I believe that's right.
Number 17, Eric Angel. Number 19, Manuel Avila. Number 58, Julio Perez. And the keeper is number 89, Alex Palomares. And going high into the air right there for another save, Shannon Abele. And Shannon's been really active here in the first half.
Yeah, the Lobitos have put a lot of pressure on him early. And one, that does, I mean, it shows that Mount Hamilton is able to push up like that, but it gets Abele in the game early. I'm sure he's now, you know, getting comfortable with the pace of the game and feels pretty confident back there.
And we haven't seen Palomares really touch the ball on the other side, so maybe the same could be said that way, the reverse, where if all of a sudden Kailua decides to go down there rather quickly, is he going to be ready to go?
We'll have to see. I'm sure he's eager to get a first touch on the ball.
And I would say early on right now, it's advantage Lobitos as far as controlling the ball and putting it into the backfield of Kailua.
Another offsides call there on the Lobitos. That's number 2. Jorge Hernandez, who's been busy on that left side, sent a couple of crosses in, both to the far post, both high balls. Not really what you want on a cross, not a whole lot you can do with a high floater. You want a more driven cross, but you know, give him enough chances and I'm sure he's going to get one in over there.
And so the free kick sent down the right side. And here on the near side, number 15, Jesse Cisneros tries to get around a couple of defenders, but runs out of room. And his last touch by Kailua. And a whistle, that foul going against the Lobitos. Like number 2, maybe guilty there, Jorge Hernandez.
Yep, he's been very busy in that corner.
Must have been something real quick. Didn't really see. Was it a little trip up?
It was just kind of an aggressive play on the ball. Well, not even on the ball. It was why the whistle was blown. Just a good shielding job by the defender there for Kailua, and Hernandez just getting a little too forceful on the play right there. And another offsides call for the Lobitos.
Now, what is that? Just a sign of being a little over-aggressive or just not knowing where the defense is?
Could be either way. I'm not positive if that's something that Kailua has been trying to do in this game so far. But, you know, the Lobitos could just be eager to play that through ball. That might be the best part of their game.
There's a shot on goal, and it's going to be just wide. Abele just watches that one. Shannon is a senior. at St. Louis High School in Honolulu. 3.2 GPA.
He'll be going into his senior year.
Been playing varsity soccer since his sophomore year. Actually, played junior varsity his freshman year. So they got some experience there protecting the net. Little interesting facts. He's on the junior varsity in 2003, a couple years ago. He was on the junior varsity air riflery club. Now the action right in the middle of the field. Now there's a lot of open space over on that far side. And it looks like the defense for the Lobitos is going to get there just before Kailua. And just as I say that, Kailua takes it away. They had 2-on-1 right there. And it looks like number 3 there for the Lobitos. Was that a number 3?
No, they don't have a number 3 on their roster.
An 8 maybe. Steven Sanchez might have taken a kick to the shin.
Yeah. But a goal kick now for the Lobitos, and the keeper, Alex Palomares, not taking the kick. Very interesting.
You know, I've seen a lot of games where the keeper won't take any of those kicks. Why would they defer?
You know, if he just does not have a strong leg, that's about the only reason that you don't want him to take that kick. The reason you do want him to take the kick is in the case of a turnover. You know, any ball played by the Kailua team will result in an offsides. But if you do have the defender back there taking it, you do have one more defender.
And it's the Lobitos coming in deep, but they had to come right back out. They didn't have the numbers up there to provide support. And now that center pass is going to be just a little bit wild, and a lot of white jerseys right there. And they'll push it up away from the net. And it looks like the Lobitos just a little maybe over anxious, getting it down too quick, not setting up an offense.
Yeah, that was a great cross there. I think that was number 15, Jesse Cisneros, sending in a low-driven ball there, but there was just no one in the box to receive it. And now a foul by Kailua.
Yeah, now down on the ground. We'll have to check the number, but he's in some serious pain. And coming across, maybe a kick to the shin. Usually what happens there, right?
Yeah, could just have been. And I mean, as good as technology is now, and they're making new shin guards and stuff like that, they don't offer that much protection.
Especially the older you get.
Yeah, the shin guards seem to get smaller and smaller in size.
And so that was number 2, Jorge Hernandez. And he still looks a little shaken. He's holding his neck, so no telling what happened there, but they're going to take this kick straight on. And the Wall able to defend that one back. So a lot of action right there near the box, but I'm not sure any of it was controlled at all.
No, a lot of the time, as we've seen in this game, it seems that either the Lobitos are controlling the ball with passes, or the ball seems to just be mixed up in some sort of scrum, and you don't know who's going to come up with it. But a good clearance there by Kailua. And another through ball sent in, and another offsides call. So Kailua doing a great job of the trap. But it only takes
sooner
one.
or later, the Lobitos are going to have to figure that out, you would think.
Oh, and I'm sure they will. And when they do convert on the play, it'll be, you know, Shannon Abelay's play to make.
And from the far side, the Lobitos again attacking. They had an angle there, but defender couldn't catch the number there for Kailua, able to knock it back across the back line. So we'll have our first corner kick of the game.
That's right. And just from looking at these two teams, Kailua looks as the bigger of the two teams. So a defensive header.
Lobitos trying to set something up in front of the net, and the header is going to be high over the top bar. Interesting to see there as well on the corner kick. They just decided to put the ball into play rather than to attack the net right off.
Yeah, and that could just be a number of things, the way they want to swing the ball in. You know, if you do play that ball short, you can get the defense to kind of spread out and draw some of the defenders out of the box and make an easier play for the cross.
They had it set up right there perfectly on that header, just a little high.
Yeah, another floating ball. Again, not the best thing you want to see.
At this level, do you see a lot of that being converted, though, with the headers in front of the net like that?
If you do, it's more of a mistake by the keeper. A lot of these guys with the floating balls and just being as young as they aren't going to get too much on a header like that. So just a misjudgment play by the keeper will usually result in a goal if the ball's anywhere on target.
Nice footwork right there by the Lobitos. Look like number 7. But again, the white numbers with the light green jerseys, a little tough to read. And the ball cleared away here to the near side and actually across the back line. So another corner kick, this time from the near side for the Lobitos. And it'll be interesting to see if they attack from this side as they didn't do it from the other side.
Ball sent in, up to the top of the box.
Oh, he just missed on that one. Number 7 there, Germán Gonzalez. And another shot with the left leg right to Abele. Another save. That was Jorge Hernandez.
And Abele's struggling back there. I don't know what exactly is wrong with him, but he just doesn't look like he's comfortable.
Not 100%.
100% right there.
Maybe that first dive that he took, he may have done something. One thing, though, the pace of this game, we've been playing now just about 15 minutes in, and it hasn't really slowed down.
No, and most of the pressure being applied by the Lobitos right now. Something in the Kailua, attack needs to change. They actually need to get some sort of attack going. Everything's been on...
They're on their heels. They're on defense.
In their half of the field. Another through ball sent in, this time onside. Number 6 sending in the cross right there.
Oh, a shot from the far side, just getting away from Abele, but again he's slow to get up. And it is a score?
It's in.
It is a score.
In near post.
From here, it looked like it went behind the net. And so it's the Lobitos breaking out on top here, 1-0. Just about the 16th minute here.
That was a great ball sent in by number 6, Freddy Gonzalez, and on the other end of it, number 7, Germán Gonzalez. And now the score is 1-0, Mount Hamilton.
So we probably saw that coming, the way they've been attacking and attacking and attacking, and they just wore him down.
Yeah.
Abele.
Yeah, it looks like Freddy Gonzalez was playing on the left outside mid, and the ball sent through by the defense. Gonzalez able to make the run on that left side, send in a good ball to the far post, a low-driven ball, and Germán was just able to put it away.
And so as we start again, it's the Lobitos in their own backfield trying to control. So you move it over the far side. Obviously, it looks like the strong side for both of these squads is here on the near side in the first half.
Yeah, we haven't
stayed away from that
seen
far
much on
side.
that far side. Another ball sent through, and
number 7 getting through the defense, but he has the ball taken away. Nice job from behind. Number 15 for the Kailua squad, Rafael Shore.
That was a play he had to make right there. It was a one-on-one with the keeper, but able to come from behind and sneak the ball away.
And now again, here comes Jorge Hernandez. Takes another shot here from the near side, tries to center it. A lot of traffic there, defenders knock it away. Now it comes back out. It seems right now the Lobitos just about a half a step quicker.
Yeah. They've been on the attack, even in their own half of the field, attacking in a defensive manner the Kailua possession of the ball. Number 21 there for Kailua, Ian Watson, looks like he has a cast on his left arm. Interesting. I didn't see any kind of bubble wrap on it, so it might be a soft cast, but had it been a hard cast, I think the rule is you need to put some kind of soft protection over it, or else it could be used as like a club or something. Another ball sent through, and that's number 2.
Oh, another header towards the net. That ball is going to find the back of the net. So 2 quick goals here in the first half for the Lobitos.
Both scored the same way. Through balls on that left side. This one sent in by number 2, Jorge Hernandez. And to the far post, heading it back near post, which is what you're taught to do, is head it back where you came from, because the keeper, following the ball from his right to his left, has his momentum going to his left. So you head it back near post to his right, and there's just no way he's going to get there.
And it looked like German Gonzalez, number 7, knocking it in off the pass from Jorge Hernandez.
Yeah, and that's the second goal.
So now 2-0 here in the first half. This is a quarterfinal match, and you know, we're about midway through this first half, and obviously there's time left, but if you're Kailua, you don't want to go down 2-0 or 3-0 at halftime.
That's right. Especially having not been able to figure out that through ball on the left side. Great save there by the keeper, Shannon Abele. Been under probably too much pressure this first half that he'd been expecting.
And it doesn't really look like the Lobitos are satisfied with the 2 goals right now. They're still attacking as fast as they were before.
Yeah, and no reason that they should be. This game, you know, a goal by Kailua, you know, changes the whole complexion of the game.
And now again, they're on the run into the backfield. Can't get there. Now the defense for Kailua trying to get into position, but the ball moving over to the far side and out, and it was last touched by Kailua, and he's not happy there.
Feels like he got shortchanged on that deal. Doesn't look like they're going to take any action.
He's getting fouled.
He might have felt that it was just their ball to throw in. He was doing most of the, you know, defense right there, and actually knocked the ball out.
Cameron Lee, number 5 for Kailua. And again, it looks like the ball should have belonged to Kailua right there, and the flag going the other way. So maybe they're catching the brakes here, Lobitos, early on.
Yeah. And that's just tough. I mean, already down 2-0 and not getting calls going your way.
That's going to make for a lot of frustration out there on the field, and a lot of physical contact probably later on.
Yeah, but they need to realize that, you know, the Lobitos scoring 2 goals in, say, the first 20 minutes, I mean, they could do just the same thing in the next 20 minutes.
And again, going all by his lonesome there on the far side through about 4 defenders. Finally, Abele clears it away. Couldn't catch the number there on that side, but it probably was number 7, German Gonzalez. Seems to be his area over there.
Yeah, he's been dominating up front.
And I've yet to see any substitutions for either of these teams.
Still early. Doesn't look like anyone on the Lobitos side needs a blow.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go probably against Kailua. A lot of times this deep, it's almost a given it's against the defender there.
Yeah, I mean, especially when the Lobitos had possession of the ball right there. A lot of the times when the defense has the ball in their own corner, or, you know, anywhere back there, and it's kind of a one-on-one, they're just shielding, usually the other team will commit a foul, which it doesn't really make sense to me, because the defense is by himself there, got his back to his own goal, and, you know, there's just no need to foul there. Make him work it out.
And what's happening here, it looks like Jorge Hernandez will be coming off, maybe injured. It's like maybe his left ankle.
Something's not right. And
that could be a blow for Lobitos.
Yeah,
he set up those 2 scores.
been a big part of the offense thus far.
Not sure who checked in. Maybe we'll get that a little later. Eric Angel there, number 17 for the Lobitos.
Now Kailua making a substitution. On and into the wall, looks like number 4, Ruben Cavazos. And that's
Abele goes high
away.
into the air, deflects it. Not sure where he was going with it. I think he just wanted to get it away from the net. Luckily, though, his teammates here on the near side able to do something with it and push it up towards midfield. Brian Gittiselli now getting in some action. Not sure if he just came into the game on those last substitutions or not, but I hadn't seen that number yet. Well, and if you're head coach Rich Johnson, you've got to be wondering what you can do to get your offense, or at least push the ball over the right half. Nice save again by Abele. That's probably his 6th or 7th save here the first half.
Yeah, and a real good shot put on there. After the advantage call, it looked as though Lobitos player went down, and a foul was committed, but the ball played to whoever it was that shot that ball for the Lobitos, and a good shot and advantage played. A nice call. A nice no call, I guess I should say.
And there's Palomares now clearing it away from his net. Hasn't had to do that too often. There's Ian Watson will be easy to spot, as you said, with the cast. So getting a lot of room here on the near side, and I think another offsides call right there. Number 10, Oscar Jove Cruz.
And I believe that was the substitution that was made for Jorge Hernandez. So let's see if Kailua can mount some sort of an attack here.
You know, some teams with the speed that they have, you know, don't really care about all those offsides calls. They just rev up and do it again and again and again.
Because when it does work, as we've seen, you know, it will result in a goal most of the time.
A little push to the back maybe right there. Nathan Johnson there in the middle with a headband, number 10 for, and there he is touching the ball right here. Let's see if he can get around the defender here. A lot of physical touching and grabbing and pushing going on right there. And finally Johnson goes down, and that is number 3 for the Lobitos. And so let's see if that shot will go towards the net. It'll hit the top of the bar and into the back of the net, Matt. And that was really quick right after that penalty.
Yeah, you know, quick restart right there. Before, I think, even it was number 10, Nathan Johnson, could get up. The ball was back in play, and the ball played to number 9 there, Nicholas Love, who beats the keeper, Alex Palomares, top corner, near post.
And just like you were saying, one goal will change the complexion of this match, and that's where we're at right now. So number 9, Nicholas Love, cutting the lead in half. And that was a quick score. And, you know, you always, as a team, such as the Lobitos, as they get out and run again. Now it's number 8 trying to attack. He wants to go with the left leg. The shot, oh, nice job there defensively, coming with that slide.
Just waited a little bit too long right there.
They might have saved a goal.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, Abele's been playing well back there, but...
That was Steven Sanchez for the Lobitos. Now they have the corner, and they just put the ball into play. Not sure. Is that real effective right there? Maybe
no,
not.
those floating crosses aren't going to do a whole lot unless you're planning on heading it back to someone maybe at the top of the box or back to the near post. But there's no way you're going to get any kind of good shot on goal with a floater like that.
So Abele again with the save, but he was really saved by his defense just before that.
Yeah, and that's huge. I mean, right after you score a goal, that's when you're most vulnerable to give one up. So, you know, hopefully that's the bullet that they're able to dodge right there and can, you know, settle down from the goal that they scored and get back to business.
Well, Nicholas Love, who attacked the net pretty much straight on that score, was the 2005-2006 All-State Soccer Player of the Year in Hawaii. So he probably has a little bit of skill out there.
Yeah, it was a good move, a quick turn and second-time touch to put a shot on net. And, you know, for this Kailua team, basically 1 for 1 on shots and able to convert a great percentage, but you'd like to see more of that and convert more. Where on the other hand, you know, Mount Hamilton's been pressuring the keeper Shannon Abele all day and come away with 2 as a handball right there by number 3, the mysterious number 3 for Mount Hamilton.
And if you're the Lobitos, you're up 2-1, but you might be thinking to yourself you should have a couple more scores.
Exactly.
And so for all the backpedaling on your heels that Kailua's been doing, they're only down a goal. So that might be a little disheartening to the Lobitos, maybe, to an extent.
Yeah, I mean, one would say that the Lobitos have been dominating the pace of this game, and to only be up 2-1 is probably a little disappointing. They're probably wishing they can get at least one more before half.
Sanchez again trying to do it himself, and it does really seem that since number 2, Jorge Hernandez, has come out of the game, it's almost a one-man show for the Lobitos, and they're not really getting off, set offensively like they were before. They're not passing when they get down in front of the net. They're just going right at it and trying to take a shot as quick as they can.
It seems like he's the key piece to those overlapping runs and the through balls that set up the 2 goals. And without him on the field right now, it's been a different style, to say the least. And the goal also given up by Mount Hamilton since he went out.
And coming across there, number 18 for Kailua, Christopher Chang. But going back to Nicholas Love, he'll be a senior this year, and the 2005-2006 ILH Soccer Co-Offensive Player of the Year. His team winning the state soccer championship as well. Punahou School.
And we have a substitution. It's Herman Gonzalez off. New player on some fresh legs.
There's Freddie Gonzalez, number 6. Jesse Cisneros. We've seen Cisneros there, number 15. But it looks as though the last few minutes that the Kailua squad has almost double-teamed him and slowed him down. So they may have seen him as the biggest threat, now that Jorge Hernandez is out of the game.
And another offsides call. And what it seems as though that it's taking all of Kailua's 10 field players to defend maybe 7 or 8 players that the Lobitos are sending up, and any kind of counterattack is just not happening because there's no one up there to send the ball to.
And so that ball will belong to the Lobitos. Number 5 chasing it down over there. That's Jose Garcia. And we still haven't seen Hernandez back yet. Kind of a dangerous pass, that right there in front of the net. You never know, especially on this slow field. And again, getting through the defense, and the shot on goal is going to find its way just in between the keeper, Abele, and that near post. He really put it in the only spot he could right there, number 8. Steve Sanchez. And so Sanchez was just itching for a score there the last couple of minutes, and he finally gets it right now.
Yeah, earning that captain's armband that he's wearing right there. Great ball played through. Good touch to able to control it and put it where he needed to set up for his shot, and he puts it low and away. Side
and you
netting.
see his speed right there. I'm not sure there's anybody on the Kailua squad right now that can match him with his speed.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
like
Love,
you said, couple players need to be double teamed, and what that does is it just kind of kills your offense because there's no one up there to receive any kind of outlet ball.
And so now it's getting a little serious for Kailua as they trail 3-1 late here in the first half, just about the 33rd minute. So about 7 minutes to go. And I think finally both of these teams feeling the effects of the fast pace, slowing down just a little bit.
Yeah, it seems like Kailua's entire attack has just been very patient and methodical, whereas for Mount Hamilton, it's been, you know, kind of slow in the defense, pass it around, and then all of a sudden, like it's automatic, just change the speed and send it through, and then all of a sudden, Kailua doesn't know, you know, what happened. And change of speed is probably the best weapon for this Lobitos team.
And it's a Lobitos with the ball right now in their backfield. And slowly they want to bring it up now. They've got the 3-1 lead, maybe content going into halftime with that 2-goal lead. Just want to keep the ball maybe out of their half of the field right now for the remaining 5 minutes. Although I think a final score here in the last 5 minutes would be a big blow to Kailua right now. They don't want to go down 4-1 at halftime.
And the same could be said the other way. A goal by Kailua would be a big blow to the Lobitos team, who, as we mentioned, have dominated the pace of this first half. And, you know, if it ended up 2-3 at halftime, they'd be very, very disappointed with that. And Kailua would be almost inspired to be in the position that they're in after the way that they've played this first half.
And as you mentioned, Kailua they just don't have the numbers when they try to attack because everyone's back here defending.
Yep. And one way they can counter that is, as we've mentioned, double teaming the players that are the immediate threat. But they've also been working the trap well. And if you're able to work it well, it frees up, one, energy that you're not going to waste double teaming someone, and just people that you can put into space.
So nobody really in control of the ball right now. It's just going back and forth, and finally Kailua trying to make something happen over in that far corner. A lot of green jerseys though, and it's going to be tough for them to penetrate there.
Looks like a corner kick for Kailua, last touch by the Lobitos.
And here's the opportunity you were talking about. They put one in right now, and they've got the momentum going into halftime.
Yeah.
Just a few minutes, maybe 3-4 minutes to go. And is that number 3 for Kailua? Yes. John Cowan. Cowan center is right on, but again, it's cleared away. Too many green jerseys, and every time you look up, you've got one white jersey surrounded by maybe 3 or 4 of that shot. It's going to be wild and across the back line, so that should be a goal kick. Or was it a corner?
It's a corner.
So his last touch by Lobitos. And with the left leg, the corner comes in. Kailua will get another shot on goal, but that one just a little bit to the left there of that near post. But last touch by the Lobitos, so another corner.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was deflected or if the keeper, Alex Palomares, got a piece of it, but a good cross sent in there. Let's see if he can do it again.
Another shot lofted up there, and again the header bringing it out for the Lobitos, and Palomares will pick it up right there. The first corner kick, it looked as though Kailua was going to come away without even taking a shot on goal, but the ball was kind of caught in between no man's land right there, and they're able to get that one shot. They probably look at that right now as an opportunity missed.
Yeah, since they haven't had many, each of these opportunities means that much more to Kailua than it does to Mount Hamilton. That ball sent across the face of the goal all the way to the other side.
And is that the whistle at the end of the first half? Or
No,
was
I
there
think
a
the ball
penalty?
actually went out of bounds.
Was it out of
on
bounds?
that cross. And, you know, Abele hasn't seen a lot of action in the last, 5 minutes. Could be thankful for that. And as we get a substitution, number 3, John Cowan, going off.
When you're at these tournaments, you're surrounded by fields pretty much. Sometimes it's hard to discern which referee and which field is blowing his whistle.
Yeah, can usually be a problem. But you go until you're absolutely sure that it's your whistle. And sometimes the referees have kind of different ways of blowing the whistle, and you just got to get familiar with how each one does it.
Cisneros again here in the corner, wants to get around one defender, does, but again, nobody home in front of the net right there. You had Sanchez there, Steve Sanchez, number 8, but number 1, he doesn't have the height against a couple of defenders that he's going up against, and he was double teamed. So there's a case where the double team actually worked for Kailua.
That's right, and Kailua here absolutely cannot let this go in. So close to the end of the half. To go down 4-1 would just be devastating.
Maybe just a minute to go, maybe under here in the half. Nice header, but Abele again is there. I think that would have been wide anyway, but they like that play, the Lobitos. They've set it up maybe 4 or 5 times already today. And really everything playing into their hands right now. They can afford to take those types of risks, those types of shots with a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, because they know that they're going to get more chances. They've been able to do it all day.
And now they want to run again here on the near side. Little push to the back, no whistle. Nice recovery there from behind. Looks like the game on the adjoining field might be penalty kicks.
Down to penalty kicks. And actually there was a foul there right before the ball went out of bounds on Kailua.
So this is huge right here at the end of the half. I believe that's Oscar Jove Cruz, number 10.
A lefty, so an out-swinging ball. Not finding anyone.
But another whistle, what could this be? The referee hadn't blown his whistle yet?
He wasn't ready yet, no.
So instead of attacking this time, they just bring it right out. So it's interesting, they didn't set up the same play right there.
And that looks like it's
that
halftime.
The whistle? So it's the end of the first half, and it's the Lobitos pretty much controlling the tempo, as you said. They're up 3-1. And Kailua is going to have to rethink their strategy here in the second half.
Yeah, maybe a few substitutions, I'm sure. Get some fresh legs in there to match the speed of Mount Hamilton.
All right, so that'll do it here in the first half. Ken Gonzalez, Matt DePaula for George Langevin Productions. We'll be back with the second half of this quarterfinal in just a few minutes. Ken Gonzalez and Matt DePalma back for George Langevin Productions here in Boise, Idaho, the Far West Regionals, the quarterfinal match featuring the Lobitos and the Kailua team. And Matt, it was 3-1 Lobitos going in. What do you expect to see Kailua do here in the second half?
I expect them to pretty much run the same thing that they've been running towards the second part of that first half, where they were double teaming a couple of the forwards that were giving them some problems. Also expect to see a lot of the offsides trap and maybe some more counterattacks, pushing up more players as the game goes on later and later.
Well, they've got 40 minutes right now to tie the game. They need 2 scores to do that, and it looks as though they're trying to go to just off the bat here, a short passing game, trying to control the ball maybe more than they did in the first half.
Yeah, they didn't do a lot of any kind of putting together of passes and, short or long. And it looks to be a foul just outside the box right there.
So a break right now for Kailua.
A hot start would be great for this team, down 3-1. Just being down 2 goals, knowing that you can't tie it the next time you score is mentally challenging. So putting one away right here makes it a lot easier for the rest of the game to possibly tie it up.
Well, you see Ian Watson there with the cast on his right arm, and now looked like the kick will come with the left leg. Nathan Johnson. Johnson lofts it up, and they try the header, and it's going to be just a little bit wide. Going up high into the air there. Couldn't quite get the number, but looks like they're taking a page out of the Lobitos book right there.
Yeah, no, it was a good cross going to the far post, just out of the reach of Nathan Love, who scored that first goal, and made it all the way to the far side. And just missed. Kind of caught it on top of the head rather than, on the hairline where you want to hit it. And a good kick played by that Lobitos defender. As we mentioned, the keeper not taking the kick. The reason that he doesn't take the kicks
got a good leg there. I think that's number 17 for the Lobitos, Eric Angel. And now right here in the second half, and there's Angel right there, putting it right down the middle. And a whistle by the referee, and that's a
it's a dangerous play right there.
Dangerous play with the high kick.
Yeah.
And it looked like he was just trying to control it as it came down. He wanted to get a kick before the defender came and took it away from him.
Yeah, but I mean, at this level, you really can't have these kids throwing their cleats up into the faces of kids on the other team. So good call right there. I mean, definitely no intent there to harm anyone, so just call the foul and play on.
And now we see over on the far side there's a lot of tugging on the jerseys, and something you might see towards the end of a half, but I guess right now Kailua looking for any advantage they can possibly take.
Yeah, I mean, neither team wants to be the first to give up another goal here, because that'll pretty much either end Kailua's chances or, put the Lobitos in a defensive kind of mode right there. As the ball, not really taken by anyone on that cross, makes its way out. Last touched by Kailua. And we might see a short kick here by the Lobitos, but it looks like, no, it'll be Julio Perez, number 58, taking the corner.
And let's see what they decide to do if he goes towards the net. He does. It's a little bit short, and will come out again here to the near side. And again, unable to clear it up and away. It looks like their pass is just a little bit too short. Then to get more of those, I don't know, take a baseball page and line drive kicks, I guess, than something near the ground. The grass slowing that one up.
Yeah, I mean, they know that those floaters aren't going to do a whole lot, so just trying to sneak a low one in there near post, not able to put it on net, but the poor clearance by Kailua giving them another chance. And, a reason is that they're dropping everyone back for those corners, playing an 11-man defense right there. And just there's, like as we mentioned in the first half, there's no way to possibly counter that.
There's nobody left. And again, that shot and goal, but in too deep right there to get a good shot. The angle was cut off by the keeper, Abele.
I'm actually surprised Abele didn't come get that before the actual shot was taken. A good block, but I think that was his ball to take out of the air.
And Abele probably hoping that his defenders will kind of regroup and keep the ball away from him.
And they actually did a good job of that near the end of that first half.
They did.
And as we mentioned, the far side is the popular side in this half. Everything coming on the near side in the first half of that ball just played almost onto the other field.
For the Lobitos, number 15, Jesse Cisneros, and he was kind of the guy here on the near side in that first half that was running up and down. And we still haven't seen Jorge Hernandez back, number 2, unless he's out there right now. So Abele just goes to the near side here, and again, it looks like Kailua in trouble as they try to bring the ball up, and it's going to be taken away. So the Lobitos, again, just almost at will, doing what they want here in the backfield of Kailua.
Yeah, and, I mean, once you give the ball away in the defense, you're pretty much left with the only thing you can do is foul, and Kailua does that right there to stop the attack. And, you know, a short corner for the Lobitos right here.
And it's Cisneros.
And I'm not sure about the wall right here. You know, I wouldn't say he's in range to sneak one into that front post.
And the header, nice job right there. A no-look header, trying to hit the corner. And
That's
is that...
tough play, that far post header right there. Kind of a glancing blow off your head.
That was number 10 for the Lobitos, Oscar Jove Cruz. That would have been a remarkable shot if it had gone in.
Mm-hmm.
Highlight reel right there. But again, you know, we mentioned towards the end of the first half that the Lobitos, with the 2-goal lead, you know, have a little bit of leeway in what they do in towards the net. But a play like that one right there, it's almost as though they're, you know, almost a waste of a nice job of getting inside right there.
Yeah.
Almost they could have set up something else that had a little more of a percentage
right
to go in. And those types of plays might come back to haunt them later.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. They've done a good job thus far of keeping Kailua out of their third of the field, but yeah, for all the opportunities they've had, you would hope to see, as a Mount Hamilton player, fan, coach, whatever, better execution and finishing.
Nathan Johnson again getting in the middle of things for Kailua, and Abele just kind of had enough right there and sent the ball soaring back the other way, but we had a whistle before that.
I think it was a late offsides call.
Number 11 for the Lobitos, Rene Velasquez Jr. They bring the ball up quite a ways. I mean, wouldn't the offsides have been further back?
When the ball was played, depending on where the offsides was committed. I mean, when the ball was played after it was kicked, they were running onto the ball in, you know, deeper into the Kailua half of the field. But actually, when the ball was played, it was closer to the midline circle.
At Lobitos right now. Easily bringing it up across midfield. Again, number 11 there, Velasquez Jr. Velasquez looks upfield now. Just a little touch pass to his left. And Steven Sanchez maybe doing a little acting job right there, looking for a whistle.
Yeah, and the referee noticed it and said play on. Nothing doing. But both teams getting very aggressive right now.
Serious action here on the near side. And the ball comes soaring out at number 16 there for Kailua. Looked like he might have injured his left knee. Or for the Lobitos, not Kailua, I'm sorry. That's Brian Guidicelli. So he stays in the game, seems to be okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 50-50 ball, and they both went down to the ground to get it. He just happened to be on the raw end of the deal, you know, and ended up with maybe a cleat to the thigh or knee. A little slow to get up, but I'm sure he's fine.
And that's going to have to be a penalty right there. Or did they just run out of room? A lot of pushing, trying to gain position right there by Kailua, and they're actually going to catch a break right there, I think.
Yeah, there might have been some initial contact by the Lobitos, and I think the extra pushing and shoving from Kailua was...
retaliation, maybe?
Was, yeah, kind of after the whistle, Lobitos was still attacking, and Kailua was, you know... not
Here
going to take it, and the
Kailua
ball
right
sneaks
now from the
free.
left side. That shot just a little too much right there, and Love upset with himself. He thought he would have had a better shot than that one.
Yeah, and what's also frustrating for him is that he probably feels that he's going to have to get his team back into this game on the offensive side of the ball. He's the only one that's had a real good look at the goal. And that another one there that he wasn't able to do a whole lot with, knows he can do better. And now an impressive kick.
I'm not sure that he had any more time, like another 5 yards or something before he took the shot. I think the defense was all over him, and the Lobitos on offsides, or yeah. How many is that now?
I lost count.
I'm not sure that Kailua's even had the opportunity for an offsides. So
no,
far.
because as I said, I mean, even Nathan Love, what seems to be their lone forward, is dropping back in defense to help out right there.
A little bit of a shove, and the referee catches that one right there. Number 10 for the Lobitos, Oscar Cruz. Not much, but it's illegal contact, right?
Yeah, I mean, the Kailua player was just waiting for the ball to come down, and the Lobitos player trying to establish position. And a good move right there out of the defense of the Kailua team.
Kgmdp. And that's what Kailua needs right now, a little energy out there. To give them a spark. They still trail 3-1, and we're about 11 minutes into the second half. And now moving in for the kill right in front, but Lobitos unable. They just weren't in position. They were kind of set up for the right-legged kicks, and the ball moved to their left before they could turn around. The defense took it away.
Manuel Avila was making a good run right there, and it didn't look like anyone was going to try and dispossess him of the ball. And as soon as a defender did step over, he tried to slide one through to another player, and that just didn't happen. And a no offsides call right there, but Shannon Abele able to come out and get the ball. A good ball right there. You want it more towards the flag so that the keeper doesn't have an opportunity like that to take it away from you. But beating the trap, as everyone in the Kailua defense was standing still looking for the offsides call.
And nice job by Abele to come out and take kind of charge right there and not wait for something to happen and have it to defend the net.
Yeah, and that's the danger of the offsides trap is, you know, one, that it can be beat, and two, if you're caught flat-footed and you're beat, there's just, you kind of leave your keeper out to dry.
And so the aggressive play, the physical play, really heating up here in the second half. A lot more bodies kind of flying around, hitting the ground. Now the ball in the middle of the circle, now across midfield. And again, number 11, Velasquez Jr. looking for some help, holds the ball up, but as he tries to pass it back, it's taken away by the Kailua squad.
And the players haven't really found that zone of, you know, hitting crisp passes to, you know, muscle it through this long grass. It's been very slow. A lot of passes that have been incompleted due to an interception by another player of the other team just stepping in on a slow ball that doesn't make it.
And you can see the length of that grass right now, nearly up to the ankles right there. It's almost as it's grown since the first half. It's getting long. And Mount Hamilton, the Lobitos, you being up in that area, what types of fields are they used to? Fast ones or slow ones? I mean,
yeah,
up in that area?
Most of the time, well, most of the year, it's going to be a dry field, a lot of dirt, short grass.
So it's fast.
Dead grass, yeah. But, I mean, they do catch a little rain. It's a little more extreme than some areas.
Yeah, right now it's the Lobitos on the attack, and the white jerseys for Kailua struggling to get back. I think they're in position now. And there's a shot on goal. Oh, it's going to hit the post and find the back of the net. And that's a score for the Lobitos. And I believe that was number 17. And he comes up with a little bit of a limp right there. Eric Angel.
All the way from defense. He's been taking the goal kicks in this game, making a good run on that counterattack.
What is that telling you about the defense when you're allowing somebody to do that? Come all the way from the backfield and act as their forward, if you will.
Well, as a defender, I mean, a player like that pushing all the way up, I mean, it's difficult to recognize that he's going to push up like that because he doesn't do it that often. It's more of a midfielder's job to get back and contain a player like that because the defense has its own problems with the forwards on the other team.
So do you think that's something that Ramon Avalos, the head coach of the Lobitos, saw and decided to put in there? Said, hey, we could probably take advantage of something right here?
My guess is that Eric Angel just took it upon himself to make that run. Maybe was just, feeling good. Hasn't had a lot of action back there on the Mount Hamilton defense, so he's got probably the freshest legs of anyone that's in the game right now, and said, hey, we got a counterattack. I'm going to run up, and the ball was dropped off perfectly for him. The cross could have come in to the other side, as we saw. It was number 15, Jesse Cisneros, on the far side, waiting for the ball, but played off for Eric Angel and converted.
And that's the second score on that net. There's another shot towards the net. That's going to be wide. Second one we've seen hit the top bar, then bounce right in. And two lucky breaks, as normally those balls just bounce right out towards the field. And so as play begins, it looks like the Lobitos will steal that ball in the backfield, and Abele will come over and make a nice save right there, but maybe a careless mistake by Kailua right now.
Yeah, a turnover in the defense like that when you don't have any defenders back is a cardinal sin.
And that ball is going to be out here on the near side. And do we also have a penalty there, or is it just Kailua ball?
Saw the hard slide. Didn't see the referee signal either way.
I guess if they throw it in, it's no penalty, right?
Yeah. And I think it's going to be a throw-in.
So it's 4-1 now, so a 3-goal deficit here for Kailua here, and just about 24 minutes to go. That could be a tall order against this Lobitos squad.
Yeah, with a 1-goal lead, the next goal either ties up the game or you go up 2-0. With the 2-goal lead, you either put the proverbial nail in the coffin or you let the other team back in. So, a goal, let's say, every 8 minutes from Kailua to tie it up here is a tall order.
Well, not only that, but it's keeping the Lobitos off the board as well.
Yeah.
So they've really got to play flawless soccer here, I would say, the rest of the way, which can be done. I mean, this game isn't over yet.
It's not. But Kailua has not shown too many signs of being able to put an attack.
Kailua there on the far side, they'll have the ball. And at this point, the Lobitos, they're probably going to just become even more aggressive. But you also may see more turnovers now by the Lobitos as well.
Yeah, they might go back to the ways of doing a lot more passing, like they were doing in the beginning of the first half. Move it up from the defense to the midfield to the forwards is Nathan
Love right down the middle, and like you said, it's obvious that he feels he's the only one that can bring this team back right now.
Yeah, and as good a player as he is, needs to realize that he's not going to score the next 3 goals by himself. It's just not going to happen. He needs to use his teammates as he gets the steal right there. But an easy collection there by Alex Palomares.
And of course the slow field now will probably come into play because the time is running down. You got 3 goals to score, and it's just not really playing into you right now. It's not to your advantage. There's really not much to Kailua's advantage right now at all.
But now back-to-back visits in the Lobitos third of the field.
And I think what's happening, like I said just a minute ago, is I think the Lobitos now with a 3-goal lead, I think we are going to see a little more turnover on their side.
Yeah, they're going to make Kailua work it from the defense to the midfield, and we've seen a couple of through balls now by Kailua as a counterattack is being mounted by the Lobitos, but unable to control it is number 8, Steven Sanchez, on the left side.
And so Kailua, and they know that, you know, time is against them here in the second half. Very quickly bringing the ball back in. Looks like a sense of urgency with them. At least they know that they've got some work to do. And right here you see on the face of number 2, Kgmdp. Looks to be a little frustrated. I think that he thinks he's got some room over here on the near side, and he's just not getting a look at, and nobody's trying to move the ball over this way.
Yeah, hasn't been their game so far to switch the field too much. More been the style of the Lobitos thus far.
And that's going to be a penalty there. And quickly. Well, Kailua wanted to get it going quickly, but I guess the referee just wasn't ready.
I think the ball was moving when it was played. The ball needs to be stationary off of a free kick. Those quick restarts, you know, they'll call you sometimes if the ball's rolling at all, trying to get an unfair advantage on the restart. But when you're in your own corner like that, you're not really going to gain much by a rolling ball.
So Johnson there at midfield. Now he tries
not a bad
a long
idea.
upfield pass, but again, right to the keeper, Palomares. So just know, and it does look right now that the offensive side of things for Kailua, almost to a man, they're almost watching everybody else, wondering who's going to make the play.
Yeah, you know, good idea with the through ball right there from the midfield, but needs to be more to the corners, or else Palomares is just going to collect it every time.
And it may sound like we're being a little too critical with Kailua, but actually everything we're pointing out is just typical of what happens to a team that is trailing late in the second half.
Yeah.
You see it over and over.
I wouldn't be surprised if they got one with all the men that they're pushing up and the things that they're trying to do now. It does leave them vulnerable in the back, but with the Lobitos not really concerned with scoring any more goals, something that they're able to do at this point.
And let's see if Kailua can get a shot on goal right now, and coming out Palomares with the sliding save, and he might have taken a cleat to the body. And this is going to be a yellow card. Yellow card issued to Kailua number 8, Jay Taylor. Warranted.
It's a tough call. We got to protect our keepers at all costs because they put themselves in vulnerable positions all the time. But just a 50-50 ball that, you know, didn't go Kailua's way. Keeper beat him to the ball, and once he has possession of it, you basically can't touch him.
So Palomares seems to be walking it off. And from the far side, the Lobitos will commence with the ball. Cisneros there, number 15. And again, you got coming up across midfield, number 17, Eric Angel. So he had a taste of one goal. Maybe he likes the action up front now. Kailua, though, to their credit, you know, they're still hanging in there. I mean, they're still scrapping.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't get too caught up in an attack to, you know, forget about your defensive side of the ball and keeping the Lobitos out of your net. So maybe right here we'll see them drop a couple players back.
Abele, actually, did he catch that ball? Yeah, he caught that ball behind the line.
Yeah.
That a dangerous move? Shouldn't he have just let it go? He could have been definitely called for a corner right there, no?
The ball, you know, it's only the ball that needs to be out of the net. So, I mean, you catch the ball wherever you are. If you catch it out of bounds, it's out of bounds. If you catch it inbounds, you know, as long as you're not leaning or going to push the ball out of bounds, you're going to be okay. So
basically the ruling is it was going to be out. Big deal if he caught it behind the line.
If you can make an kind of uninterrupted catch, more like a fair catch in football, if you can just catch it, it's not ever going to be out on you.
So another corner here for the Lobitos, the left leg, Cisneros, and a header again. Nice attempt by the Lobitos, but again just a little bit wide. And as they bring it out here to the near side, maybe not the best attempt right there. Maybe should have kept going and maybe turned to his right. He would have had some help the other way.
Yeah, either some help and support behind him, or maybe if he could take another touch in towards the goal, kind of falling away right there, not able to get around the ball and playing it out of bounds.
So for the Lobitos here, in their backfield, number 19, Manuel Avila. And just two different teams right now, the Lobitos. Obviously, up until 6-7 minutes ago, they're always on the attack, and now it's just a matter of clock management, I think.
Yeah, the ship seems to be sinking for Kailua, and the Lobitos are just—they're gonna let it happen. They're not gonna do anything to try and take it down. They just don't want to give any kind of hope to Kailua with an easy goal. But now they're putting some together, trying to find on the far post.
Cisneros with a nice center right there, but again, the header by the Kailua defense, number 17.
And look there, looks
Sida
like
Peterson.
Kailua, everyone with the hands on the knees. They're a little tired. They've been running around trying to chase this Lobitos team all day. Haven't seen too many substitutions.
They just can't afford to substitute probably right now. Another, nice little touch pass right there. Just hits that top bar. Number 19 for the Lobitos, Manuel Avila. Just missed that one.
Yeah, put a good strike on the ball, catching the crossbar, glancing out.
I think that's the first time the ball has hit the crossbar today that didn't actually go back into the net.
I think you're right.
The wind picking up, going across the field now from far side to near side. But at this point, probably won't be a factor. With the 4-1 lead for the Lobitos. Avila again here on the near side. Trying to use his fancy footwork skills right there to get around a couple of defenders. And little give and go, is that what they call it?
Give and go, wall pass, number of things. But an easy collection there by Shannon Abele. And a good punt put on, but no one there. Kailua dropping their players back, not able to get forward for any sort of counterattack.
When you've got your runner out there, Love, on defense, it's not going to work out.
And another ball played
Avila
in.
Again. And he's got some size and some strength to him there. And he's just going to use some physical ability just to kind of power his way through that defense.
Yeah, nowhere to go there. That was number 4, Ruben Cavazos, just basically playing the ball over the end line because there was nothing he could do there. Not able to get it to the sideline, so just played it to the end line, giving them a corner.
And Julio Perez with the corner kick into the wind. And that's going to be a little short. And again, the defense for Kailua able to clear it out somewhat. But again, nobody there. And is that a hand? Nope.
Nope. Ref
was
didn't
close.
catch it. Yep.
I think it was, but it wasn't. Ball saved by Cisneros from going out here on the near side. And there's Eric Angel again, number 17, kind of weaving his way through some traffic right there. And are we going to get a whistle here for that trip? Nope.
Now that'd be a tough call to give the Lobitos the penalty. Already up 4-1 this late in the game.
Avila looking to roam down the near sideline again. But I think they've caught on now, Kailua. And they make it a little more tough for him. He's not having that free range that he had 10 minutes ago.
And for the Lobitos, everything in the first half was on this near side, their left side, going forward in the attack. But they've done a good job mixing it up in the second half, both on the far side, now their left side, and this near side here. Putting balls in from both sides, balls through from the midfield to both flags. And we get a substitution here, 2 Kailua players.
Kojima coming out, as well as number 11, Katon Smith. Smith with the mohawk.
Yep.
Sporting the mohawk out there. Ian Watson back into the game, and there's Love right there, and probably pretty frustrated here this morning. Yeah, right now again the Lobitos controlling the ball here on the Kailua part of the field. Here on the right side. But the defense doing a good job right now as they clear it up across midfield over to the far or the near corner here. And that should be Kailua ball.
Christopher Chang, number 18, making the run through, and a good ball played by the defense. Haven't seen too many through balls from Kailua today, but something that's been working for the Lobitos, obviously. Trying to take a page out of their playbook.
Watson again was in some trouble, managed to get the ball away. And Christopher Chang, he'll use the left leg, go towards the net. And going high into the air is Palomar. Not sure if they're actually if he's trying for a shot there or was trying to set up a header.
I think it was a cross there, but Palomar is a big kid able to sky over his own defender and the Kailua attacker.
And number 17 for Kailua, Sida Peterson, as he's going for the ball. I think might have been pushed in the back. And we've got just about 9 minutes to go here in the match, and seemingly an insurmountable 4-1 lead for the Lobitos. And the Lobitos on the attack again. Steven Sanchez, and they had called an offside, or is it a penalty right here?
I think it was a late offsides call again. You know, making the attacker, defender, and keeper work a little bit more than they have to with those late calls. No one's really happy about that, but...
And he seems to be right near the infraction area.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the referee's call to make, it's the line judge. And maybe what it is the referee's not noticing the flag going up. So I guess it is his call in a sense, but...
And now coming across, that's number 19 for Kailua. Or was it number 18, Christopher Chang? Christopher Chang, I believe. A little push to Love from behind. Now he's surrounded by green jerseys, and that whistle probably going against number 58 there, Julio Perez. Push to the back. And Nathan Johnson will have the free kick. And I think somebody's trying to substitute here. As he's looking over to the sideline, or maybe just getting instruction from his coach.
It could be Rich Johnson, the Kailua coach. Telling
Let's see if they
Nathan.
can get a decent shot. Again, keeping the ball on the grass. Really too far from the net to make any impact right there. And that's going to allow the Lobitos to get downfield quickly.
And a counterattack ending with a sawed-off clearance by the Kailua defense going out the end line, and will be a corner, most likely taken by 58 Julio Perez.
It looked like Abele was a little upset with himself right there. Felt that he might have been able to keep that ball from going out.
Yeah, I mean, could have been a number of things. Might have been frustration with the defense right there, not being able to clear it. Probably does not want to see another corner kick in this game. Maybe felt he could have gotten to the ball initially as it crossed the face of the goal.
Julio Perez quickly with the corner. It comes out.
And they've all been to that near post in the second half, maybe due to the wind.
And Cisneros trying to set that one up right there. He had number 3 moving in towards the net, but the defense able to hold that one off and help Abele out. And again, they're not afraid to run. The Lobitos are attacking again. That ball's going to hit the near post and find its way into the back of the net. And that's probably just one for good measure right there, as number 7 will get on the board for the Lobitos, Herman Gonzalez.
Yeah, this late in the game, if the offsides trap doesn't work, it's pretty much the gas tank is empty for this Kailua team. No way they're going to be able to get back. And the keeper, Abele, coming out, trying to cut off the ankle, doing a pretty good job of it, but not able to get a piece of it, and it catches the inside of the right post and goes in. So that's
and you saw his body language there when he saw that ball go in. It was just more of a, what else could I have done right there?
Yeah,
cut off the angle, it hits the post, and kind of just trickles in.
None of these 5 goals you could really pin on him. Been mostly defensive breakdowns and
couple hitting the crossbar, falling
just
right in.
Some good shots. Sometimes as a keeper, you just kind of tip your hat to a good shot and move on. Not more that you could have done.
And Love now trying to break free, but we get the whistle. Julio Perez there, number 58. And so the Kailua squad will have an opportunity here to attack, and I'm not sure that, well, hopefully Love has enough kind of gas in his tank to get something off right here. He looks pretty winded.
Yeah. My guess is we'll see a shot from him here. I don't know, might be a little out of his range, but enough space for him to get it up over that wall and into that near post if he so chooses.
And the shot, nice curvature there on that ball, but he's saved right there by Palomares. Nice shot by Love.
I don't know if that's quite what he was looking for. I mean, with the wall set up to the near post, the keeper obviously in charge of that far post side. So, I mean, could have just been looking for a deflection. He did have runners coming into that far side. Maybe either a deflection or if they could have just stepped in and got any kind of piece on it.
Nice job defensively for Kailua right there. And let's see if they can do something on the attack here as the ball moves over to the far side. Near the corner, it'll go out across the back line, and I think it's a goal kick for the Lobitos. So nice breezy morning here in Boise. Ken Gonzalez, Matt DePalma for George Langevin Productions. Quarterfinal match. The Mount Hamilton Lobitos
and it looks like
Kailua Football Club, and
late in this game have a penalty kick.
So that was inside there.
Yeah, definitely inside the box. A lot of contact right there, and couldn't see who it was going down, but the offsides trap didn't work. They got a goal. A counterattack, they're trying to recover, and all they can do is catch a piece of the player right there. That was number 8.
Steven Sanchez. Yep. And he'll take the kick.
And Shannon Abele. I mean, this goal means nothing. So an opportunity for him to show his stuff.
Opportunity for Abele maybe to, preserve his integrity maybe. That shot will find the back of the net. Abele goes to his right, the ball to the left, and Sanchez will put the 6th score on the board for the Lobitos.
Yeah, and in that case, since they are so far behind, so late in the game, 6-1 now, Abele's not going to kill himself over that. He's going to guess one way. If it goes his way, great. If not, it's 6-1. No difference from 5-1.
Right. And you see Kailua here at midfield as they start their offensive scheme, and now we're going to get a whistle. And looks like is that the end of the match? And it is the end of the match.
Yeah, some words being exchanged
Words
by a
now
couple
between
of
both
players.
squads. I'm not sure if it's words, bad words, or just kind of congratulatory words. Look at, there was a lot of handshaking going on.
Yeah, but what was
I think
strange
originally
was the referees all kind of swarmed in looking to break something up, and by the time they got there, it was, oh, well, they're shaking hands.
A little bit quick, I think, on this second half here, maybe at the 39th minute or so, but that'll do it as the Lobitos will win this quarterfinal match 6-1 over Kailua, and it was just, from the outset, just about a step faster than Kailua, and that was the difference from the get-go.
Yeah, they came out of the gates real fast, putting the pressure on this Kailua team that was never really able to recover. The best
Two
chance
quick
was
goals.
at 3-1, 2-1 actually.
2-1, they had cut it, and then they allowed the goal about 4 minutes later, back to a 2-goal lead. Last 2 goals scored by the Lobitos, obviously, just for good measure, really.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really look at this game and say, oh, it was 6-1. I mean, they did, in fact, dominate the whole entire game, but could have just as easily been 3-1, 4-1, something like that. But nothing for this Kailua team to feel bad about. 2 good teams. They just not getting the breaks today and didn't go their way. But a good job by the Mount Hamilton Lobitos.
The Lobitos will move on to the semifinals as they win this quarterfinal match here, this boys under 16 bracket, as they give a round of applause to their supporters here on the near side. So for Matt DePalma, I'm Ken Gonzalez, George Langevin Productions, bringing you this match here from Boise. Hope you enjoyed it. Be safe, and we'll see you again next time.